on Kice Island, trekking through the trees. We started out on the south end of the island today and we're working our way north. So if you can see Marco Island there in the distance, that is the direction we are heading. And I wanted to kind of walk because I'm trying to get up to where the more mud flats are. The tide's coming in, so we still have a little bit of a low tide going on. You can see here, right about here is the high tide line. So all of this will be underwater here soon. If you've never been to Kice before, it's an island just south of Marco. You can only get here by boat, so you need to take the shuttle, or you need to take a shell tour, or you need to rent a boat to be able to get here. I do recommend wearing some type of really good footwear, water shoes, sneakers, some type of really solid footwear that is not going to come off your feet and that you have really good soles on, because there are tree branches and root stumps like this, and you don't want to step on something sharp or stub your toe while you're out here. There's also a lot of stuff to step on, twigs, sharp shells, all kinds of stuff. So we want to make sure that we are safe and protect our feet while we're out here. It's also very hot and a little bit remote, so make sure that you bring water with you, a hat and sunscreen for sure, to be able to protect you from the sun, especially if it's midday like it is right now. As you guys are probably seeing and hearing, I'm walking on these giant shell piles. This is such an awesome place to sit and look through shells, but this is more of, in my opinion, a high tide activity, because if it's low tide and you can take advantage of checking out the mud flats, that's definitely what you want to do. So we're gonna work our way this way, and then we're gonna shell the mud flats. Okay, so here we are. This is kind of where it starts, and it goes all the way down and around the corner. Here you can see a big piece of a true tulip right here, right off the bat. So that's really fun. Lots of really cool shells here, but again, it's really muddy. So be sure that you have a good shell bag and that you're gonna be rinsing it out before you leave, to try to leave some of that muck and mud behind. So you can still see some of the water is here from when the tide was high. Hello, hello. The sun is kind of right behind me. And I'm kind of sinking, if you guys can see all the muck. So make sure that you have good footing. And I'm just gonna kind of be looking around. I'm trying to get on this side so you guys don't have the sun, I'm not blocking the sun. I'm just kind of looking to see good little shell areas. Here is a nice little shiny olive that caught my eye. And just so you guys know, I mean, there are so many shells here. I mean, so many shells. You could be here all day picking up shells. It's kind of amazing. So whether you're a big shell sheller, you like the big conchs and the horse conchs and the whelks and the olives, or you're a teeny tiny mini sheller like me, these little rack lines here have a ton of that. You will definitely find all kinds of shells and a huge variety of shells here. I literally cannot see my phone, so I'm hoping that it is staying in focus for you guys. Oh my gosh, it is so super bright out here. Let me come over here. So this is an awesome little place right here. This is where you want to look for your minis and your tinies. So if you're like a Wentel Trap fan and that's what you're looking for, this is going to be a great place to sit down and shell through all of this black stuff. It kind of looks like coffee grounds. That's going to be a great place to shell for all of those mini and tiny shells. All right, so I'm just kind of checking out. Look at this tree. Look at all of the barnacles on this tree. Isn't that so cool? You guys see that? It's like a heck of a lot of barnacles. Let me get to the back. Look how cool this is. Wow, that is so cool. Lots of fun things to see here. I mean, besides like having awesome shells. There's always so many fun things to see and to find. Here's a little scallop with some barnacles on it here. I love those. You guys, if you've been watching videos on the Virtual Shelling Network, you guys know I'm like obsessed with the scallops with barnacles on them. Here's a little bay scallop, little orange bay scallop here, and here's an alternate tellin. So this is a great place to find tellins. The alternate tellins are larger. We also have the rose petal tellins as well. They're pink. I don't find as many of those here as the alternate tellins, but the alternate tellins are everywhere. So let's see what we can find. Here's another shiny little olive here. It is a hot one out today. It was so nice this morning and I thought, oh, it's gonna be great, and then we got here and it's like we're melting. But here's another little area, right? All of the little coffee grounds. This is where you want to look for your minis and tinies. Let's kind of come up here. Oh, here's a little good spot. So around all these trees, there'll be root systems, right? And this is where a lot of stuff gets stuck. So a lot of shells will get caught up in all of these roots, and this is a great place to look for shells. You just have to be careful where you're walking and where you're stepping. I'll let you guys see what you see. There's a pretty little whelk right here, if I can reach it. Look at that, big one. Just a little conch and a little whelk under here. Lots of conchs. I mean, you could literally pick up olives and conchs all day here. And a lot of times when I'm filming, I don't pick up every single shell. I just focus on trying to film and look around so you guys have a chance to see some fun things. I do still collect some shells, but a lot of the time I'm just enjoying looking at shells like you guys. It's another great place for minis and tinies. So, let's just get down. You gotta get down, you gotta get down, you gotta get low, and you gotta look. These little mini and tiny shells. Here's a little conch here. Let's see what else we can find. There's a little button shell right here. There's a couple bubble shells right here. Another drill. Another conch. I absolutely love shelling for minis and tinies. Here's a little horse conch. So fun. Now here's a big piece of a whelk. This is another example of one of these big root systems that sometimes are hiding some fun things. You guys see all these crabs running around? They're so funny. I'm trying not to like step on them. There's a little tulip here. Little tulip. Another calico clam, nice big one. olive hiding. This is a great little stretch right here. Ooh, this is really pretty conch too. I love the light colored conchs, I do. Ones with cool patterns and really light colored ones, I just think they're so cool. There's another little olive here. Ooh, here's a cardita. So I love carditas. I think they're very underrated. Kind of look like a turkey wing. This is a really dark one. Usually they're a little bit more like lighter orange. This is a really dark one that's really pretty. They make really good crafting shells too. Oh, I almost stepped on a little king crown here. Look at that. That'll be nice all cleaned up. There's another piece of whelk. So the big shells are definitely here. There's another bay scallop. Look how pretty. Looks like there might be another one hiding right here. Oh, it's so muddy. It's so muddy, especially like when it starts to get like it's not wet, but it's not dry. It's just muddy. Okay, so this right here is a great example of the other side of a flat scallop. So if you can see, it's like deep. They call it a deep dish. You can see it's a lot deeper or more concave than a lot of other scallops. But that is a great example of what the other side of a flat looks like. And they can be really pretty. Usually they're not as pretty as the flat side. Just like with calico scallops, usually you have like a really bright side and then a kind of a plain or a light side. But I've seen some that are really pretty. There's a tulip hiding here. I think it's got a little hole in it. A little tulip there. Oh, look at this right here. Is this like a gaudy, a bleached out? I think it's a little bleached out gaudy or a shark eye. Kind of unique looking. Another little olive. Oh, it is muddy. It's another really pretty sunravine is starting to bleach out there. Can you see that? Love these shiny olives. It's a shiny olive day today. I love it. This is also a great little place to shell up here too. Tulip, a couple little drills, a whelk, a horse conch, little shell area here. Shiny olive. There's another pretty bay scallop. I just love finding these big bay scallops. They get so pretty cleaned up. Here's a little gaudy, two gaudies. Two fur right here. Perfect. A dragonfly just flew into me. That was nice. Oh my gosh, this is such a good little shell spot, you guys. Look at this ginormous olive right here. Get all this stuff out of it. There's a little cone. Little Florida cone. And some of the stuff is hard to see because it's just covered in like mud. So you really have to know what you're looking for. You've got to look for those colors and those shapes and patterns sticking out from the mud. This is such a good little spot right here. Let's see what else we got over here. Ooh, there's a kind of a big horse conch too right here. Look at this. It's not perfect, but it's pretty. There's another big bay scallop. Look at this one. Big bay scallop here. Conch. Conch. Another conch. Conch. Olive. Whelk. Little drill. Kice Murex hiding here. Cone. Another cone. Another olive. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It's so fun. Guys, I want to show you how cool is this. So this giant, crazy looking, spongy looking thing is a giant egg casing for an Apple Murex. Look how cool. So it's kind of attached to this pen shell here. And all these little tiny individual casings are what holds the eggs. And this is one big egg cluster. Look how cool. Isn't that awesome? I don't think I've ever seen one that big. And each one of these has, you can see like right here, like that little hole. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but that little hole right there, that hatched. So it's hard sometimes on these guys to see if they hatched because they kind of dry out and shrivel up a little bit. But I can clearly see that little hole right there and that little hole right there hatched. So hopefully most of these hatched, but that is one big egg casing. This conch is really pretty with the pattern on it. That's a really pretty one. Little tulips. Oh, is that a true? Oh, is this a true? Oh, it's broken. Bummer. It is a true tulip though, but it's broken. So we've got our banded here and our broken true tulip, which is still kind of cool. We've got another little banded here. Ugh, I hate it when they're broken. That's such a bummer. Such a bummer. But it makes it extra special to find one whole when you do end up finding a whole true. It does make it that much more fun and special. Another pretty calico. There's another one right here. Trying to stay out of the shadow. The sun's like right over my head right now. Another olive. The blue tinge to it. It's really pretty. God, some of these Sunray Venus are huge. It's so pretty. Starting to bleach out in the sun though. There's another little tulip. Oh, broken. Broken. There's a little horse conch. I shouldn't say little, it's kind of a good sized. Missing a little tail there, but that's kind of cool. It's a really pretty conch too. I know, I'm not supposed to be picking up conchs, but let's see what else we got down here. That's the hardest thing about shelling is the bending over. My back is like screaming. Here we go. Let's get all that out of there for that whelk. And get that out of there for that pretty whelk. And then we've got a little olive right here too. Pretty. I have to say I've been doing pretty good not picking up every single conch that I see. There's a big shark eye. I think it's broken, but a piece of a shark eye here. So much fun. Little tulip. All right, guys, I am heading back to the boat, walking back from the south, which we came from this direction, and we are heading north back up to the north end of Kice Island. So thank you so much for joining me on this super fun episode on the Virtual Shelling Network. If you have any questions, comments, or requests, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can email me directly at virtualshelling@gmail.com. I hope you had so much fun shelling from wherever you are. And until next time, I'm Laura Manson signing off on the VSN. Have a shell-tastic day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!